I'm Chris Puckett in the booth with Shockwave and Gandhi, and we have an awesome matchup here between 5th-seeded Believe the Hype and 9th-seeded Impact, our #1 team from the Halo Reach exhibition last year. They are looking like a top contender in Halo Reach this season in 2011. And guys, 3 of these members were playing in the Doritos Combine. That's only amateur players allowed to play in the Combine last season. Now they're taking out some of the biggest names, including the 2010 National Champions final boss.
Yeah, and whoever said the Combines didn't help find skill is completely wrong. I've said it so many times. The Combine was one of the best things we added, and we found so much great potential out there.
On the other side of the stage, you have Believe the Hype wearing red tonight. One of the nastiest teams we've seen, featuring Maniac, one of the sickest slayers we've seen so far this tournament. And let's take a minute to get to know our Believe the Hype squad. Believe the Hype, your 2009 Major League Gaming National Champions. All right, so that's a look at Believe the Hype. Tell me, guys, what do you expect to see from them tonight? Last night it was Maniac, but throughout the weekend, each player has stepped up and had their big games.
I'm expecting to see them jump out to the early lead. CTF Countdown is their best game type, Clutch said, so I expect them to win this game pretty handily here.
Yeah, Believe the Hype in the pool of death, what we call Pool D. They went 4-0, beating Triggers Down and a few other top teams right there.
Darkest Hour was the other huge name.
And, I mean, we said at the beginning, Pool of Death going 4-0. They start games off fast. If they get a fast start again, they're going to be tough to beat.
All right, so that's Believe the Hype, the 2009 National Champions, looking to do big things here in 2011. They'll be wearing red, but now it's time to meet our blue team. It's Impact. So here we go. It looks like the players are ready. Have to give a huge shout out to the coaches. Coaching Believe the Hype tonight, you have Mazik, and then coaching Impact, we got the Cheeky wearing the hat, wearing blue. And it sounds like the players are ready to go. So here we go. We are kicking off right now with Capture the Flag on Countdown. All right, so here we go. We are starting this game off with Clutch from Believe the Hype. It is Countdown CTF. Guys, all kinds of power weapons and goodies to pick up. There you see Cloud getting that early jetpack, immediately going up top. Believe the Hype sending up 3 players compared to the Impact 2, and it looks like BTH is going to get the reward as Clutch is going to pick up the triple with those early rockets. But while Clutch was doing damage up top, APG was grabbing that sniper. But guys, before the match, we were looking at the stats from all the players in the tournament, and we saw something very interesting about the player we're watching right now, Clutch.
Yeah, right now, Clutch is actually leading Believe the Hype in kill-death ratio. I mean, that's saying a lot, given that all 4 of his teammates right now in the top 25 so far.
All 4?
All 4 in the top 25.
Kind of ridiculous.
Yeah, Believe the Hype has been dominating so far this tournament.
But on the other end, you have Neighbor and Amish Acorn. Amish Acorn is actually ranking above Neighbor in the kill-to-death ratio, and they're both in the top 15.
And as we are watching Clutch, we're getting the HUDs back up here in a second. But meanwhile, on our other 8 screens, Amish Acorns just put in the 2nd flag cap. What's up, Chris?
That was the fastest 2 flag caps I've ever seen. And the big catalyst right now has got to be Neighbor. The kid is just taking the entire Believe the Hype squad out.
And there, as you saw from the third-person perspective of Cloud, Adrenaline was running a third flag, a minute 30, 3 flag caps already. This is better than mid-shift.
Yeah. I have to agree with you, Chris. This is quite impressive. And Believe the Hype right now is in the other team's base. They look like they have a chance, but they can't try to force this because Impact can easily win this game in another minute and a half with the way they're playing.
Now, last night we were watching Believe the Hype versus Triggers Down, arguably the top 2 teams in Pool D face off on the main stage. And in that series, Believe the Hype came out on top because they had flawless execution of their opening strategies. They're off to a terrible start here, guys. What's going differently tonight?
Well, right there, in the beginning, Believe the Hype as an entire team went down. Unfortunately for them, they kept kind of spawning, running out individually. And right now, Impact just looks so much together. They're constantly in double teams. It just looked like 3 easy caps.
And the beauty of this Impact squad is one neighbor's already got the flag out again, but they always pull back all the way to their base, and they secure their base before moving out, and they do it very quick.
We got Neighbor being taken down with that flag. You're still watching Clutch battle Lethal. Clutch being forced to back up. Flags are out. Clutch unable to move past his base. Terrible start from BTH, man. They are not able to do anything. It looks like Impact is the team putting on the pressure.
Yeah, it looks like Impact's almost a little bit more warmed up right now than this Believe the Hype squad. Lethal doing dirty work with that
triple
sniper
for
rifle.
Lethal, man. And now you see in the third person as they're going to get the rockets. That's in the hands of Adrenaline. He's going to push into the flag, covering Lethal. I love the execution of the Impact strategies. These guys have been playing Halo Reach since it came back out last season. And now it looks like Lethal is going to be running this flag in, but there's a heads-up play from Clutch getting that flag out. But either way, I think with all 4 alive here from Impact, they're going to be able to convert this flag.
Yeah, this is so impressive right now by Impact. One of the main things I love when watching this team, it's as if any player can fit into any role. They don't care. Personal stats don't mean a thing for this team.
Flag taken.
Talking to Ogre, too, about the match last night against Impact, he said that, hey, we just weren't warmed up, and these guys come out hot. Impact definitely showed they are not slowing down at all since we saw them last night. Neighbor doing assassination moves. They're up by 4 flags in just 4 minutes. Impact is the real deal in Halo Reach. These young guns featuring an old school veteran are doing huge damage to this BTH squad. I thought that was going to be 5-0. Did not see that APG was able to sneak out a flag here. Both flags at opposing bases. Now it's going to be a stalemate like we saw in the last series.
But Homage Acorn's in a great position with a huge headshot right there. Although there's still 3 down, Believe the Hype needs to make a move on their flag right now. Actually, they scored. Wow, great job by Believe the Hype. They're still in this game, but they need to get the sniper out of this Impact squad's hands because they're deadly with it.
Yeah, I don't know how great of a job it was. It was kind of lucky there, but Homage doing some work with that sniper. Believe the Hype is taking the opportunities as they come to them, but they are really going to have to turn things around. They're down 4-1. It's great that they're on the board. They delayed the game, but I really need someone from BTH to catch fire. Chris, who are you looking out for?
I'm going to be looking out for Maniac. I mean, we watched this kid absolutely destroy last night, especially against Triggers Down. If they're going to spark something, I think Maniac's going to be the one to lead them.
Maniac. I've been all over this kid since watching him last night when he dropped like 33 kills and 39 kills in back-to-back games. He has the potential to go off at any moment, but normally it's when there's structure and he has power weapons. We'll see what he can do with just his DMR and grenades as he's moving in here on the Impact base. He's got Neighbor in front of him, one-on-one DMR battle. Cloud late for the help. And Maniac's going to be taken out by Mason, a.k.a. Neighbor. I'm watching Lethal, though. He has constantly been inside the BTH base. There's another flagpole for Lethal.
He already has 2 triple kills in this game as well, Puckett. He's doing pretty much everything, and he's just coming around. He has great execution. He's going to get the flag return, and he's going to be in a position after if he wins this battle versus Maniac to get this flagpole, but he's just going to dip out of there. Smart play right there. Don't leave it up to your individual shot when you're already down 4.
How was he able to stay alive?
Well, I guess it was pretty sloppy shots on the other end.
The Impact just surprised me here, Chris. I just cut you off. That's a double cut off. Get owned. Right now, you're watching Lethal get the evade going up against APG. Despite the crouch, Lethal is going to win that. He's got red health, and he's cleaning up double kill That was just pure communication and reaction time. Huge play by Lethal to get the double. You see Tim, that is adrenaline moving yet another flag. He has been the support objective player throughout this game. Amish is there as well. And as the Rockets clear the way, I think Impact is going to put it in. Here we go. Impact takes game one. And now we take a look at the stats. Check out Lethal. Talking to Amish, he said he's almost as good, if not better than Neighbor, going plus 10, 16 and 6. You saw him pulling flags, picking up triples, doing it all, cleaning up the kills started by Amish and Adrenaline in that one. On the other side, Cloud dropping positive 2, the only player from BTH to go positive in that game. They're going to need to turn it around in game 2.
Yeah, they had great execution right there of the power weapons and just getting that flag. They always did a good job at coming back. Now, Believe the Hype, I was expecting them to come out strong. Impact came out 10 times stronger.
Yeah, this looks exactly like the FB series right now. It almost seems that Believe the Hype shell-shocked. I mean, they couldn't believe right off the bat that Impact scored 3 flag caps in the first minute 30. That was incredibly impressive.
Yeah, when Clutch got that triple kill, I was like, uh-oh, here comes Believe the Hype again. And then when Lethal came and cleaned up Clutch and then just went on this little spree, I was like, uh-oh, here comes Impact. Who's going to give me the uh-oh next time? We're about to find out. It's game number 2, Team Slayer on Sanctuary. Who's getting the uh-oh, baby? Strategy being talked over on the BTH side. It looks like blue team feeling good. There's Neighbor rocking the gunner, smiling in the bottom left corner of your screen. He is going to be hosting this one. And after that, game 1, Impact has all kinds of momentum going into this Team Slayer. But as we saw in the last series, you can get beaten objective and come right back firing on all cylinders in Team Slayer.
I have to agree with you, especially when you have the dynamic duo of Cloud and Clutch on your team. If Clutch can get heated up, his shots were very sloppy in that last game. If he can get heated up, this team has the potential to win, but it's really going to all rely on Maniac. Maniac had a subpar performance compared to what we're used to.
And you know who we didn't talk about at all in that first game? We didn't really have time to go to his screen at all, but it was APG. This kid loves Sanctuary. Look for him to go off. He doesn't really even need power weapons. He's so good with the DMR at long range and his crouch shot, and he also loves to chase down kills when they don't expect it. I'm looking for him to have a huge game, but we're starting this one off with the 2008 national champion. He's going to be the veteran leader of Impact. It's Neighbor. Neighbor off the start, not going for that sniper. Some of you guys may be surprised, but after Lethal dropped 16 and 6, I think I'd let him pick up my sniper, Scott.
Wow, I'm seriously mind blown right now that Neighbor denied the fact of getting the sniper. This is very impressive, but you know, he picks up the other team sniper. He already has 1 headshot on Maniac. I think Neighbor is so happy because he doesn't have the stress of being necessarily the main Slayer for his team. He's pretty much a support cast now.
And when he's not in that main slaying position, you know, the other team may be focusing on him, and he's not going to be doing the things you're expecting him to do, and that may be part of Impact's success.
Yeah, Neighbor was one of the most unpredictable players, especially when they were a great team back in Halo 2, and it looks like he's finally found his comfort zone here on this team, basically being the distraction, but at the same time, he's been playing great all series long.
4-3, Neighbor doing a bit of damage with that opening play, taking out Maniac with the sniper, but Cloud got the cam, was able to chase him down. Now you see that sniper is in the hands of Clutch. Neighbor coming off the respawn, going up his snipe rock. Guys, I'd love to go check out a member of Believe the Hype. Chris, you're watching the Red Squad tonight. Who are you looking out for?
Well, right now, the guy you picked in the beginning of the match, APG, he's really been the one keeping Believe the Hype in this game. I'd love to see him.
Clutch versus Neighbor, and it looks like another assist as Amish is going to finish off the kill. Impact with the better teamwork, but the score is tied. It's still super early. Remember, here in Team Slayer, there's going to be a camo and sniper to worry about. Nice finish by Clutch, finishing off Neighbor from across the map, but Lethal is going to get Neighbor's revenge. He picks up the double, and APG, however, is going to shut down Lethal as he picks up his triple. Guys, let's crank up our Astros and listen in with Believe the Hype and APG.
He's there, jump up to ring. There, jump up to ring. He's our corner. Rush our corner. I can't let me push. Our side, wait for west. Wait for west. Their corner now. They're on. On me, help. They're rocks. They're bottom car. Just got him target. I'm on you, guys. Bradley, I'm working. I'm watching the combo. Watch jump up, Bradley. Watch the jump up. After sniper. I'm carrying our car. They're shotting on the turret. They're jumping between two. Lethal. Yeah, they help the bottom. Watch out, everyone. They're jump up. They're jump up. To the corner ring. Our combo. Pushing out. Obvious. The sniper and weak. Our combo. They're shooting. He's up to the enemy. He's weak, Bradley. Too weak, guys. Our jump up lethal. Neighbors at a hut. Our jump up. Shoot, maybe two of us. Neighbors in a fight. Bradley, turn around. Two guns in a shot. Our hut. I'm shotting. Neighbors weak. I'm shotting. Our side, pillar side. Our side. Stay alive. Stay alive.
All right, we're coming back in here. It is 31-25. Right now you're watching Cloud with the sniper from Believe the Hype. They're trailing by 5 kills at this point, and Cloud is going to need to do some big damage with this sniper rifle to get his team back in the game. There you see him jumping up to ring 3, catching Amish off guard. That was a body shot. APG is not going to be able to finish off the kill in time, and Acorn is going to hit the quick scope instead.
I have to say, I'm very disappointed with Cloud's sniper thus far in the tournament. I don't understand why he's not. This is an easier sniper than Halo 3, and he was an incredible Halo 3 sniper. So he should be destroying, but instead, he just can't hit a single shot.
He's hitting body shots, man.
But yeah, 1 out of 12.
He could be an off tournament, maybe some off games. You've seen some flashes of brilliance from Cloud, back to his, MVP, overall MVP from last season. But, I'm sure if it's not this tournament, he will get better with that sniper as the season goes along.
And we're watching Neighbor right now from Impact. You guys are smart. During that Astro listen in, I checked my Twitter real quick, and I got called out. Of course, I messed up here, guys. Neighbor left straight Rippin before they won the 2008 National Championship. My bad. But that season, he did win Best Overall Player. It's almost as good as the National
it goes hand in hand, except without the 25 grand in his pocket, that kind of thing.
Yeah, oopsie. Anyway, we're watching Neighbor and Impact as they are laying the Smackdown here in game number 2, 42-33. They have not stopped putting the pressure on Believe the Hype. And just like when Believe the Hype was dominating Triggers down by putting on insane pressure, Impact is just playing perfectly and keeping their opponent on their heels.
I love how Neighbor's playing right now. He picks up the double kill, but the thing right there was he wanted to send another statement, and he was going to go for that animation on Maniac. I think there's a little bit of a grudge here. I'm going to have to do a little research and see if there is a grudge match here.
The other part of that, Scott, was he was waiting for his shields to come back because he knew Believe the Hype has excellent communication, and if he went in for that assassination early, he would probably get cleaned up with a simple headshot. But right now, you were checking out Amish Acorns with that sniper rifle. It's going to force Maniac to drop back. Maniac, though, fearless, charges out, hits him once in the body. Amish is going to be cleaned up, but regardless, the score is 46-39, and Adrenaline is picking up the sniper. Just a 7-kill lead here for Impact, but they're only 4 kills away from taking a 2-0 lead in this Best of 5 series.
And we haven't been to his screen, but Lethal right now has 19 kills.
Yeah, dropping 16 kills in the first game, 19 in game 2. I watched him pick up a triple kill and then a killing spree earlier. He's doing everything right. We'll definitely watch him in game number 3, but right now you're watching one of our combine winners from last season, one of the first pros. He and Amish Adrenaline were 2 of 4 picked.
Yeah, Scott, and right now all I want to say is you called out Cloud a little bit ago, and he's missing shots right now, but he's the reason that his team right now is only down by 5 kills. He started picking up some great headshots from across the map.
There was APG charging out shooting Adrenaline just when Adrenaline thought APG was going to run away. He comes right back out, and check out the score now, 47-44, a 3-kill game. Impact needing 5 kills away now is Believe the Hype. This one could go either way. I'm looking around to see where's the power weapons. All I see is 8 DMRs, so it's all going to be about teamwork and team shooting.
Great job by Neighbor here. Looks like they're going to be pushing in. Good job by Neighbor, putting in the shots bottom middle on APG, but he gets away, and Neighbor, he survives.
He's a survivor, my friend. 48-45 now after we have another kill picked up by Impact. Lethal charging 2 players at the red shotguns. He's got to get out of there. Lethal doing a great job as distraction. Neighbor trying to clean up players from afar. Cloud doing a nice job of staying alive on the turret ramp, and there you see Lethal taking all kinds of pressure. He's going to be cleaned up by Maniac, but Neighbor has his back. 48-47. There's the 49th kill. He gets assassinated. 49-48. What an incredible comeback here from Believe the Hype. This one could go either way. Amish has a sniper, but he can only see Toads from his angle. The new camo is up. Will either team go for it? Amish has his sniper on that camo right now. Meanwhile, you have all 4 members of Believe the Hype hiding. They're all behind rocks or behind ledges, it looks like. Impact is going to be able to pick up the free uncontested camo. You are watching Neighbor.
Yeah, Neighbor right now picking up the sniper rifle with the camo.
Did you see that pass off?
Exactly, that was
great communication.
Great communication, great teamwork. I expect Impact to win this game. Neighbor's going to go in and make sure to get the final kill.
The rookies are so smart here in Halo Reach. APD! One of the best finishes I have ever seen in a Team Slayer, and you heard the crowd reaction. Dallas, Texas, are you liking what you're seeing?
I think so. I think that's a solid yes, Chris.
All right, Lethal continues to dominate, dropping 19 kills, going +7 on the opposite side of the stage. APG, just like I thought, went off as well. He dropped 19 kills, +7. APG equals Lethal. It's now 2-0. Impact with the lead. We are going to a commercial break. When we come back, it's going to be game number 3, Assault on Sank. Welcome back to the MLG main stage. It's MLG Saturday night. There you are taking a look at the blue squad. They're up 2-0 over Believe the Hype, and that's a beautiful shot of Amish Acorns rocking the Gunners. Amish, of course, one of our big Flex 4 free-for-all finalists from last season. Remember, here on MLG Saturday night, we're going to finish strong with a big Flex 4 Dallas Finals match. Top 8 amateurs competing over in the big booth. They will get a chance to compete for some big money at our national championships this season. Make sure you tune in at 10.
The kid has got some amazing talent right now, and he's one of the main components of this team. We talk about this whole team. They all will do whatever it takes to win. This kid not caring about his individual stats, only how his team's playing.
I have to say, I kind of love the makeup of Impact. You have Lethal, which is almost a clone of Neighbor, a young Neighbor, and then you have Adrenaline and Amish, who are basically the support players who also can go off at any time, but their individual skill and super sharp accuracy weakens so many players, allowing the big play potential from Lethal and Neighbor.
But the funny thing about that is Amish Acorns has a better kill to death ratio than Neighbor does so far in this tournament.
Really?
Yes, sir.
Staying alive, doing big things. Right now, Impact is up 2-0 in this series. It's a best of 5, so if they lose this, they're knocked down into the losers bracket. The winner of this series will face off against Status Quo tomorrow on MLG Championship Sunday, kicking off at 3 p.m. It's do or die time for Believe the Hype, and they're off to a very impressive start here. Remember, when they're playing Triggers Down, they got 2 plants, and I think about it. I'm always amazed by how he's able to spam this DMR accurately. How does he do it, Scott?
Well, I think he just knows exactly how to move with his body, because the strafe shot in this game, you can actually get it coordinated perfectly with the move. It takes a lot of practice to do that, so it shows that APG put in the hard work over the offense.
And watch the crouch. Shibby loves the APG crouch. He does it in almost every fight, probably every other fight to be accurate. When he's not sprinting, the kid's crouching. Watch BTH, though. They just cleared 3 down from Impact. Knew where the spawners were going to come up, and were able to put the plan in. BTH is going to be the first one on the board here in Game 3.
Yeah, and that was the all-important first plant right there. We've seen these games go 1-0, 2-1. We have seen some higher scoring bomb games, but defense, we know Believe Life can play some great defense. This is huge for them.
Especially when your 2010 season MVP Cloud is holding on to Rocket. He expected a player to be coming up that ramp, listening to call-outs. That second rocket is perfect as he picks up the double, injures the third, and he's going to leave that kill, not playing greedy here. Cloud knows it's not about the medals, it's about the positioning, and his teammate was in position to help. And right now we have another bomb being pushed in by APG into the Impact base as Cloud is doing damage with these rockets trying to clear the way. But those 2 bad rockets, that's going to be the downfall of this push.
Yeah, but you know, the thing is Cloud did everything pretty much right there. He just couldn't connect on that first rocket because one of the members from Impact really caught him off guard. And the reason they got that first plan in was because Impact actually had 2 members have snipers. They had Amish and Adrenaline, and when that happens, you're less likely to pull out the DMR because you want that flashy snipe kill, and VTH took full advantage of that.
And especially in this game type, having both snipers is great, except you just don't want to sit back with those snipers. You're allowing Believe the Hype to get in your base, you know, shoot you out of range with that sniper, and eventually that's what happened.
Maniac pushing in for this bomb. Believe the Hype being the aggressor. Unlike Team Slayer, it's Believe the Hype pushing in on Impact constantly throughout this game type. You see Maniac bringing the bomb to the Impact base, and he's just going to try and stay alive in the rocks for now while he's waiting for the rest of his team to push up, Chris.
Yeah, but he's got to be careful because right now he's not exactly sure where Impact's spawning. So because they had control of the Impact base, they could be spawning behind him. But right now, just trying to get control there. They see the bomb moving right now in the courtyard. Great play by Impact to get the bomb away from the base.
Yeah, that's a heads-up play from Neighbor, and Neighbor knowing that all BTH was pushing his carbine side, was like, screw it, man, I'm moving this bomb to your rocks, and now it looks like the bomb is down there, and Impact's able to watch it as Amish Acorns is going to pick up a fresh snipe.
Great play there by Neighbor because they have to watch his Cloud is now designated to watch it, and he's going to rip Neighbor's face off because of it, but it's still a pretty good play by him. Picks up the bot. Oh, he almost had it.
Yeah, I was going to say, there's Cloud Sniper heating up for you, Scott. That is what BPH needs here to turn things around. If Cloud heats up, then you're going to see the rest of the team heat up because they are phenomenal at controlling spawns, Chris.
Yeah, they are. They're one of the best teams at controlling spawns. They've pretty much figured out the reach spawn system right now. They know if they control a certain area, where exactly the other team is going to spawn, and that's incredibly important.
So every time, I'm watching Cloud's screen right now, and every time Cloud wants to push up, he's watching that little gray arrow get farther and farther away from him. The last 4 times, it has been Neighbor. Going into this season, did either of you ever expect Neighbor to be the objective player?
When I heard he was teaming with these guys, I figured he was just going to use them as bait and just kind of pad his stats and try to use them as a stepping stone. But if anything, Lethal's almost using this team as a stepping stone because he's the best one on this team, in my opinion.
Well, I love it. I love the fact that Neighbor's running the objective. Neighbor's always been a fantastic player, especially when it does come to the objective, except he was just so good at slaying, you had to let him do that. Now with this team, you can see his comfort zone. He'll do whatever it takes for a win.
Adrenaline doing a nice job staying alive with these rockets. Almost a body shot, almost hitting APG in the face with that one. Knows where APG is going to run, almost gets the cutoff, dropping down. Takes APG to no shield, but there you see the red X's. That means Adrenaline, back up, buddy. Don't push in too far.
Yeah, but Adrenaline right now doing a good job. He's going to be trying to distract this Believe the Hype squad in their base, waiting for his team to push up and give him cover.
He saw all of his teammates pushing up through middle, thought he might go for the bomb if they can get some big kills. Unfortunately, he's going to be cleaned up. Mosh and Neighbor working together over there on the Carbine side, but it looks like Impact gonna have to back up, secure ring. They're just looking to control the map here. They know they're up in this series, and if they just play the rest of this series smart, they're going to walk away and move on to the winner's bracket finals.
And Neighbor's actually being the aggressor at this point in the game. As you see, he's sitting and he's controlling ring 2 and he's waiting for his teammates. This is very un-Neighbor-like. We can't give this guy enough credit for what he's doing for his team.
Maniac taking down Believe the Hype after that first bomb plant, seeming to kind of slow down here. Stalling out at the Impact base. Actually, they're at their own base, excuse me. We switched to Neighbor, and Neighbor's just pushing on these spawns. All of the BTH members injured coming off the respawn. Neighbor was able to pick up the double, but was not to finish off the triple. Once again, another failed plant attempt from Impact. They're going to have to lock down the ring and reset.
And the key player for Believe the Hype right there had to be Clutch. He picked up a great double kill on his flag, shot the guy off the bomb arm, and basically saved a bomb arm for his team.
Clutch plays from Clutch. Seen it before. He'll do it again. Right now you're watching Amish Acorns, guys. It's 21:55 and counting down. Remember, in regulation time here at MLG, we're going to cut off at the 15-minute mark unless the score is tied. I think it's time for an Astro listen in. Let's crank up our 840s as we see if Impact can close this one out against BTH.
Under that turret, under that turret. Nice, under that turret, guys. Ring 2. Ring 1. Stay alive, Jordan. Our car. Ring 2, guys. Ring 2. Rockets and 5. Rockets and 5, guys. We need to get these. Ring 2. Guys. We need to push for these. Push.
Start pushing bombs. Start
pushing bombs. Rockets up. They got him. Nice. Our wall. Go.
Pushing bomb.
I'm pushing bomb. Let's go, Benny. I got bomb.
I'm watching.
Watch their bomb. They're hot. Hot spawn, guys. They spawn their hot. Hot spawn.
Under the turret.
Ring 1 with rockets.
I'm looking at bomb.
Ring 2.
No shield. Our car. No shield.
I rock. Good shot, guys. They're flagged. Help back. I'm gonna go, guys. Stay alive. Nice job, Ace. They're health rock, guys. They're health rock. Bomb. They're rock ramp, guys.
They're hot. That
was there.
Bomb taken.
They're hot, guys. They're hot.
Bomb dropped.
Guys, new snipe in 10.
Bomb's gonna reset.
They're middle rock. They're jump.
I got their snipe. Neighbor's one shot rock ramp. Really, 2 shots rock ramp. Neighbor's a middle. One guy. Our bond! Our push! On me! Where else? Probably in ring. They're nades on it. I'm gonna jump over snipe.
Their snipes down on that turret rock. They spawn their turret and they're pillars. Where's this guy? I'm going to save ring 1.
Bomb's ring 1 still.
I got bomb. You got it? Alright, good.
Bomb taken.
They're pillars again. Back, everybody. Guys, right.
All right, we just spit out our stride gum. It's time to keep commentating. Shockwave Gandhi, we just saw Believe the Hype pull off some nice defense here They got that early plant, and they've really just been sitting on that lead, the 1-0 lead. They're 3 minutes away from winning this game based on time limit.
Yeah, that was some great plays right there, especially by Clutch and ABG right on their base. But they need to be careful. If they're going to sit back too much, it is possible for the Impact squad to get an easy plant.
But, you know, Impact has had a couple great pushes on this base, but they just can't seem to plant the base because of huge plays by this Believe the Hype squad.
Maniac with the rocket sitting up in the snipe tower. He's got a sniper in front of him. Are you going to get it again? Last night when we saw him control both power weapons, he had a killing frenzy. Right now, though, he's just trying to stay alive. Bomb is going to reset. Believe the Hype knowing with 2 minutes, 30 seconds left, all they have to do is not mess up huge. Clutch is going to move in. The bomb, though, Scott, as you said yesterday, I like when teams don't back down and just play defensively. They're not turtling up. They're keeping the pressure on Impact.
And that's what you're looking to do here. Oh, that is a huge unfortunate play there by Maniac. Because he was a 3 red bar, 1 grenade was able to kill him, and now he lost the rockets. And Amish Acorns now is moving the bomb and the rockets together. This is their only chance. This is their best chance to get a plan and tie this game.
As a Halo 1 player, so happy to see the health bar back in action. Thank you, Bungie, for putting that back in Halo Reach. I'm watching the Impact squad here, looking to see if they can do anything to get in position to run this bomb. They have Adrenaline pushing at Rocks, but he does not have nearly enough cover. Weeble doing what he can with that sniper rifle, taking fire from all angles. How is he able to stay alive?
I have no idea. The kid has just been plain sick all tournament long. Right now, it seems that Impact is trying to force the issue with the bomb instead of actually trying to get control of the map and bring the bomb in when it's basically open.
Now, this is the first sign that I've seen from these rookies where they're getting frazzled by the situations. They have 90 seconds left to make a bomb plant, but in the last 5 minutes, it really seems that they are feeling the pressure, guys, and they're making some hasty decisions, Scott.
Well, if you were to tell me in the last 10 minutes that Believe the Hype was winning, I'd be surprised because Impact is absolutely outslaying them, but they just simply can't convert, and it's because of huge plays like that grenade that just took out Neighbor.
Yeah.
They can't establish any ground to really get a bomb plan, and it's really hats off to Believe the Hype. They've done great in the last 6 minutes of playing solid defense, which I can't believe they actually were able to accomplish.
And honestly, Scott, I was about to stop you mid-sentence and say, Impact's about to gap here. Neighbor just got the sniper. He's set up perfectly, but Maniac is going to toss that grenade, takes down Neighbor, prevents yet another bomb planting opportunity from Impact. BTH may be one of the best bomb defensive teams we've ever seen. They're amazing on their side of the map.
Yeah, they're killing it right here, and this is exactly what they need to get back in this series. They were down 2-0. Impact really just kind of blitzkrieged them right off the beginning. They had no answer for him, but now they kind of settled the match down, and they know right now that they're in control of this game.
And Maniac, with the last 20 seconds, I don't even think he's thinking about the clock here. He's just trying to push this bomb up. Cloud is going to finish off the kill. All 4 dead for Impact. That is basically game. Time to pat stats, APG. There
nice
you go.
Rocket there. There it is.
15-minute mark. Believe the Hype stays alive on our main stage. I'm loving it, guys. Lennox is calling for the next game already. I can't wait. He's like, screw the commercials, man. This series is just starting. Here we go. Taking a look at the stats. Cloud dropping +5. Clutch behind him, actually in front of him with +6. 3 members from BTH going positive. On the other side, we didn't have a single player go positive. That's the first time we've seen that in this series. Awesome play from Believe the Hype, despite from what we saw. We saw all the flashy plays from Impact. Believe the Hype, though, showing some late life in this series.
But, you know, we knew going into this map or into that game that Believe the Hype was really good at it, and the fact that they won that isn't that surprising, but it is surprising that Impact couldn't even get on the board.
Well, finally, Believe the Hype kind of seemed to have an answer for the charging and aggressive nature of Impact, really locking down their own base, getting that 1 bomb arm, and just basically playing defense the rest of the game.
Well, it looks like the players are loading up our next game type. It's going to be Capture the Flag on Zealot.
Capture the flag.
Here we go, capture the flag on Zealot, starting off with the 2010 season MVP. It's Cloud from Believe the Hype. Guys, he really broke out onto the MLG Pro Circuit through his free-for-all. Speaking of free-for-alls, we got the Big Flex 4 Dallas Finals coming up at 10 p.m. Make sure you stay tuned with us here on the Halo Reach stream. Believe the Hype, staying alive in game number 3. They need to take this game number 4 to take it to a final Team Slayer to decide the best of 5 series. And I have to say, I hope they do, because game 5 is going to be Team Slayer on Nexus, and we have not seen that on the main stage yet this weekend.
Actually, yes, we have. Me and Chris actually commentated as I practiced my play-by-play, as you were off doing more important things.
Yeah, I like to schmooze with the sponsors like Nos, Dr. Pepper, Bic, Strike Gum, Sony Ericsson, all the awesome guys that are helping make this event possible.
Yeah, all those sponsors doing big things for MLG this year. I'm gonna have to say though, the Xperia Play by Sony Ericsson, probably the coolest thing I've seen here.
You need a cell phone, make sure you're looking up the Xperia online. That thing is nasty. Right now, though, we are watching a great series between Believe the Hype and Impact. It is your winner's bracket semifinals match. The winner will move on to face off against Status Quo on our MLG Championship Sunday. Scott, you're a former sniper. I know you love that play from Neighbor.
I can't believe he hit the guy who was evading. That was more impressive than the second shot to me, because the guy's rolling at you in a fast motion, and to have the reaction time, it's very impressive.
Neighbor finally going to be cleared out here. Maniac and Cloud trying to push in for a flag, and Clutch is going to play defense for Believe the Hype as he gets the flag return.
And when he was talking to us, he said the only way you can cap is if you can control their landing, and there you saw Clutch and Maniac controlling the landing, or not Maniac, Clutch and Cloud controlling the landing, and now they're still in position to get another cap.
Yeah, that was perfect timing to run that flag. They started running it as soon as they started killing most of the members of Impact, and once again, they're going to be looking to run a flag after controlling.
All right, now, something I want to talk about here, guys, is Zealot so different from Capture the Flag on Countdown. On Countdown, so many different escape routes and attacking routes. Here on Zealot, there's only 2 levels. It's pretty basic, with exception of the bottom lifts there. What do you expect to see here? This is a more stable map for our pro teams, and it seems like Believe the Hype, they love stability.
Well, I'll tell you one thing that doesn't seem to work on this map, and that is running the flag bottom middle. Very rarely do we see a team cap. Most of the success from scoring flags comes from running it through their team's landing, but you have to get control. So pretty much if you're not set up in this map, you're not going to cap. Of course, there's always that random instance, but 9 times out of 10, control their landing and you're going to cap.
Here we have a second flag being run by Believe the Hype. APG is going to be running this one. You've seen him slay. Now you're watching him do objective. And he went in for the melee there before dying, trying to do as much damage as possible because he knew Clutch was behind him. Maniac, the last member alive here for Believe the Hype, is going to try and scare away Neighbor. He gets the flag touch, but really no point to that one. Let it die and reset. Believe the Hype needs to work on their setups here. It looks like they're getting a bit greedy.
Yeah, that play right there by Maniac, probably not the smartest play. He saw an opportunity to try to grab it, but should have known he was the only one alive on his team. Pull back and try to start getting control of the map.
Great job by Lethal right there to swarm it, but here we go, running it bottom middle, and now they're going to spawn bottom middle. So that's why it doesn't work, guys, because they have the opportunity to spawn bottom middle.
But right there, you can see that Impact is hoping that, Believe the Hype goes for that flag bottom middle, basically giving them easier kills. And when they get that flag to bottom middle, they all love to put it up to their own landing, taking almost that exact same route.
Lethal is going to run the flag in as Neighbor was taking out top gold, but I have to give huge props to Neighbor and the rest of this Impact squad. Very few teams go top middle. These guys are using it super well so far in the beginning half of this game to get behind their opponents, to use it really to flank. Neighbor, one of the best flankers in the game. He always has been in Halo 3, and now he's showing off his skills in Halo Reach.
Stolen. Flag.
Right now you're watching Lethal come off the respawn, just like you said, Scott, running it bottom middle. You have to think of the threat of your opponent spawning there. Lethal spawning right there, but APG had his back with the sniper. He's going to quick scope. It looks like pick up the headshot, going for a no-scope on Adrenaline, hits one of them. Teammate is going to clean that one up. Really, BTH is just relying on individual skill here.
I can't believe he hit that shot on him. This is just incredible. APG, if you keep eating up, this team's going to win it. Don't do it. Okay, thank you. Okay, you were going to give me a panic attack.
3 in a row, too many.
Flag recovered.
All right, well, as the chaos continues, I think it's time for another Astro Listen In. Let's crank up our 840s as we listen in with Believe the Hype and Maniac.
Flag.
I'm going for it. Is there help there? I'm at the lane. Bottom Maniac. Lethal. They're tunnel. They're tunnel lethal. Maniac too. Maniac tunnel. I didn't go Maniac on it.
Take it.
Watch out health, guys.
I got it. Watch your health. Watch your
There's spawn there landing. Our landing in top hole.
10 seconds of weapons. 10 seconds of weapons.
I'm flanking. I'm to the lane.
Everyone's down!
One dead. Stay alive, guys.
In front of our base.
I'm looking. I'll take that.
Rick, in front of our base and kill me.
I have grenade. I told one neighbor. He's our tunnel. I shot one shot neighbor. Our flag also.
He's one of it out there.
Flag stolen. Flag dropped. Flag stolen. Flag dropped.
Flags going in.
Flag stolen. Flag captured.
One dead. I'm here.
Watch out, they're waiting.
Try to stay alive, guys. Slide.
All right, there we saw Neighbor run in a second flag for Impact. It's now tied up 2-2. Believe the Hype's Maniac, though, grabbing that flag. He's going to sprint past it here. It looks like he's going on a flank, Scott.
And he's doing a good job because he knows where the other team is, and he knows Amish Acorn has the sniper. Amish Acorn, one of the reasons they scored that last flag, he took out Maniac bottom middle with that grenade launcher. Pretty much a game changer, which ensured they were going to score that cap, Chris.
Yeah, for sure. And one of the things I want to point out here is it seems that Impact has gotten both of their captures immediately after Believe the Hype's gotten theirs. They're doing a great job countering Believe the Hype as soon as they get a cap.
Amish Acorns pushing forward. You see Clutch trying to get away with that evade. Bottom middle. Great escape route by Clutch. Amish was looking everywhere, and Clutch just weaseled past him. Believe the Hype really needing to stay alive. Clutch showing you how to do it. Amish is trying to lock down the top landings here, and there you see the rest of his teammates lifting up. They're pushing in for another flag, and Amish is watching the BTH escape routes.
Very interesting strat right now from Impact. They sent two guys bottom middle, a guy top middle, and they had Neighbor secure the landing right there for the time being. And by doing so, what happened was the first guy who came bottom middle front jumped into the other team's base, and they pretty much just sandwiched all the spawners. Great cap right there by Impact. If they do that again, I could very easily see them winning this game.
Once again, it is Neighbor running the objective for Impact. I love this. Check out the stick humping the bodies. Yeah, give it to him, Neighbor. Now he's picking up the health pack, and it looks like Impact can sense the weakness and Believe the Hype, and they are all pushing forward. Neighbor, he's getting fired up after that play.
Here's the top middle push I was just getting ready to talk about. Now get ready to watch Adrenaline come from the grenade launcher and sandwich their team. Great execution. He picks up the kill. This is great play by this team.
And I gotta say, for right now, it looks like Impact is definitely using way more teamwork than Believe the Hype. We said it earlier, Believe the Hype kind of basing their game off the individual talent of each of the players. Impact playing much more as a team.
Adrenaline down low, Neighbor pushing top, Lethal right there with Neighbor, and Amish is across the map on the bottom. So it looks like Impact struggling to push forward now after a strong push by Maniac and Cloud. But Chris, tell me what's going on with Believe the Hype here. It looks like they're leaving their flag uncontested, and they never have 4 alive.
Yeah, Believe the Hype's having a lot of issues running together right now. You can kind of see it in their gameplay. They keep trying to bait and switch, except their teammates are not ready for their bait and switches, and it's just making them kind of look stupid.
Adrenaline running in a 4th flag. He gets it in. 4-2. Impact 1 flag away from moving on to a winner's bracket finals.
I have to say, I did not predict this one, Chris, and the player who really needs to step it up if they have any chance is Maniac. Maniac is not who we saw last night. He is getting outshot. He is in bad, poor positions for his team. If he starts playing well, they can easily still come back and take this game.
BTH known for being emotional. It seems like Impact getting out to that 2-0 start may have affected their confidence. Check it out though, Impact trying to finish strong. Amish is trying to get there. Cloud gets in, and that is a huge flag grab to keep it alive. Remember, you cannot score until your flag is at home. Lethal battling for that flag. He is taken out. It's up to Neighbor to stop APG from getting the return, and APG gets it. Sparked by Cloud. APG finishes. Great defensive stand from Believe the Hype. That is going to motivate them to push even harder now.
Yeah, and that is exactly.
Forward, and there we go. Impact is going to take the series. And I think the crowd is a little shocked there. You heard just a little bit of cheering there. I think a lot of people were hoping that Believe the Hype would move on to play against Status Quo, but no, it's our 9th seed. The kids from the Combine featuring Neighbor are going to be in our winners bracket finals tomorrow on MLG Championship Sunday. This tournament has been incredible up to this point.
I would have never guessed Impact would beat Believe the Hype in that series, especially with those game types. It seemed to really favor Believe the Hype, but Impact proves us wrong yet again.
Well, I mean, after that first game, I had to think that Impact was definitely probably going to win this series. They ran out to a convincing lead, especially in Countdown CTF. Playing great Halo right now. I love the way they play. Their play style, complete all-around players across the board. Fantastic team.
Congratulations to Impact on their semifinals win. Guys, we're going to commercial break, but when we come back, we'll talk to Neighbor about the huge win. Impact will be in the winners bracket finals tomorrow. Stay tuned. Welcome back to MLG Saturday Night. You are watching the Halo Reach stream, and guys, what an incredible evening we had. Scott joining us in the booth right now. Neighbor, thanks so much for joining us, and congratulations on your huge win over Believe the Hype. You guys just looked amazing on the main stage. How are you feeling?
I feel ecstatic. You know, not many people thought we could get this far. A lot of people doubted us from watching the LAN network. You know, we placed in the middle, and a lot of people, you know, had us placed outside the top 8, and we proved yesterday and today that we're a contender.
And I think the biggest thing there is you guys were in the same pool as Final Boss, who in almost 90% of the community's opinion was the heavy favorite coming into this event after winning the 2010 National Championships. You guys not only 3-0'd them, but you went on to win the pool, and then you showed up tonight. Tell me, what is it like teaming with this group of young guys? They were basically unknowns before last year's Combines.
It's ridiculous. You know, I was on Triggers Down at the end of last season, and over the off season, I wasn't teaming with them, and I fortunately got a tryout with SYA or Impact, and I love these guys. They're skilled, they're fun to hang out with, and we have good chemistry.
Now, what made you decide to step down as your main Slayer role? I saw you not pick up the sniper off the beginning. Well, I have to say I was shocked.
When you have Lethal on your team, you don't, I don't need to worry about sniping. He's an incredible sniper. He reminds me of a young you or me, and nice. he's ridiculous.
And is that more of a relief for you? Since it seems like you're happier this event.
Yeah.
What is that because you don't have all the pressure of being the main Slayer?
Exactly. Really? When you're the main sniper, you do have a lot of pressure. You're expected to do crazy things. You're expected to slay hard, and anyone on our team, Adrenaline, Amish, they can all pick up snipers too. They're sick players.
And we were looking at the leaderboards before this match. We were so surprised Amish was on top of the list above you, which shocked us all here in the booth. But after watching this series, I have to say that I can't really pick one superstar in this squad. You guys seem so well-rounded. Tell us about your guys' strategy coming into the event. Do you guys have roles, or how do you guys play?
I wouldn't say we have roles. Amish, he's at the top, and if you notice, he has like 100 deaths, less deaths than anyone else. He doesn't die. He reminds me of Pistola. But after we land at the 16 LAN, we worked on a lot of things. We actually got help from Assault on Status Quo. He helped us out a little bit, and we practiced online, and it comes to a tournament, we're in tournament mode and we're destroying.
Well, speaking of Assault, you guys will be facing off against Status Quo tomorrow at 3 p.m. Assault may be kind of regretting helping you guys out so much. What are your thoughts going up against Status Quo? Did you get a chance to watch their series?
I did not watch their series. I was warming up, but you know, I've watched a lot. I've watched a lot of their gameplays, and they're an incredible team. Their teamwork is just like as it was in Halo 3, and I think it'll be a good match tomorrow for sure.
Good match. Well, make sure you guys tune in. Neighbor, thank you so much for joining us. Congratulations to you and your team, Impact. Make sure you guys check them out. They will be playing tomorrow on our MLG Championship Sunday broadcast. That is getting started at 3 p.m. sharp. Do not miss a beat. Guys, we are not done yet here on MLG Saturday night. Coming up next, we have the Big Flex 4 Finals from Dallas. The best 8 amateurs from our free-for-all matches. Stay tuned here at MajorLeagueGaming.com.